Hello, my dear viewers. Welcome to this reading. This reading, Coffee Cup reading, is for all Gemini, and it's for the month of August, a little bit over 2025. I'd like to welcome each and every one of you. I hope you enjoy this reading. Thank you for your support in watching the videos. The more you watch the videos to the end and doing a little bit extra, 1 or 2 videos a week, just watching them, just for the sake of supporting me, it means a lot to me and my health, and I'm very much in gratitude for those of you who are able to do that. My dear Gemini, this reading is about every area of your life, everything you need to know, what the heavens, the universe wants you to know. It's going to be coming in this coffee cup. This coffee cup looks incredible. I haven't seen one like this in a long time. There's something magical happening in your life, something incredibly magical. I've got to say that, because what I've seen so far, it's just magnificent. The changes are profound, and certainly you are ending a karmic chapter. I saw that. Okay, so I'd like to welcome each and every one of you and wish you all the best in everything you're doing and in your new ventures. I'd like to say, for those of you who are new to the channel or new to the coffee cup, I want you to be mindful that prior to the coffee cup, I am given a lot of information which I deliver to you when I'm meditating. I do go through deep meditation prior to doing the coffee cup, and when I do so, I'm shown a lot of information. I'm given a lot of extraordinary words here and there, messages, and I deliver them to you at the end of this reading. Your coffee cup, like I said, is magnificent, and without further ado, let me begin. I just wanted to see if there was something. Yes, you are stepping out of a very difficult situation. I feel like a new rebirth, a new beginning is happening. Glasses on, and let's see deeper. I was looking outside your cup. Wow. Wow, indeed, wow. Something is hidden from you, has been hidden, is hidden. It's as though your higher self knows, your gut feeling is telling you something, and you're not quite sure. You're not able to see the whole picture. But the whole picture is there's a chapter of your life that's coming to completion, to an end. You're completing a milestone. It's as though saying goodbye to the past, as though you've lived a life for such a long time, for so many years. Perhaps some of you might be leaving home, like your family home. Some of you are leaving a home and moving to another place. I just feel like what is hidden is actually letting you know that a chapter is ending. There's an ending of some sort. Some of you could be ending a work situation, a marriage, a relationship. In the process of this, you are going to run into a little bit of difficulty. I can see that's not easy. And of course, moreover, it's fear of failure. You're scared. This step you're taking, you're thinking, will I make it? Will it be okay? Am I able to succeed in this? But what you need to know, this is a necessary change that is part of your journey, and you need to take this. So it's happening for you to expand. Now, my dear Gemini, as you may already know, that Uranus has gone into your sign and is going to be there for 7 years, and Uranus is the planet of exploration, the planet of upgrading your life, taking you to the next level. So much learning, so much expansion, so much innovation, so much versatility, so doing so many things that you've never done, and experiencing experiences that you've never experienced before. Everything is going to be new, and so much about the future, because Uranus is also a planet that explores the future prior to it happening. Of course, Buddhism will never agree to this, because you're supposed to live in the moment. But the fact of the matter is, Uranus is a planet that foresees future, that gives you ideas about how to improve your life in the long run. Very important. So you are going to be expanding without a doubt. Of course, Uranus has got its other situations where it will teach you about money. It will teach you how to, excuse me, let me just drink some water. I'm drying up a little bit. Dehydration. It will teach you how to deal with finances, how to invest your finances, how to not only invest. Uranus is not only about investing. It's about teaching you how to deal with the money, the value of money. It teaches you how to be a little bit using economy in your daily life. And there's so much learning, innovation. Oh, you're going to love this part of these 7 years that Uranus is there. So anyway, without going too much into details, you are going to be getting a lot of ideas. Another thing that Uranus is going to be giving you so many ideas, like idea after idea. And sometimes some of these ideas can be a little bit irritable. They might give you a little bit of irritability because you might see some difficulties coming ahead. But that's just the negative part of it, which I have to say. But the great part of it is massive. It's more. The greatness of Uranus outweighs the minor difficulties and ideas that you might be getting, and perhaps fear. Those ideas are going to be based on fear and fear of failure. That's all. Other than that, because you're stepping into new adventures, a new lifestyle, a new way of doing things, everything's new. It's for the first time. So that's what's going to be difficult. Some of you might be getting married. Many Gemini are getting married maybe for the first time. So everything is new. Now, there are a lot of questions and there are a lot of truths that you are searching for. It's as though you're saying to the heaven, give me the energy that I need to face up to this change. This is taking place around September. September marks a time, which is what we're doing an August reading, but I'm seeing September. September seems to be the door is opening to a new venture, like you're stepping into the new. Now you're thinking, now the changes are taking place to take you to that new doorway that you're opening. That's the one that I said. You're moving from home to a new home. You're getting married. You're leaving your nest, your home, or starting a new relationship. Could be getting married. Could be starting a new business, starting a new job, leaving your job. Like, it's something completely and utterly new, and it is that you are needing energetic support. So I feel like there's a frequency, a very loving frequency that's going to be uplifting you, because you need all the help you can get. And you're not alone. And that is the greatest news in this cup. You're not alone. There is someone with you helping you through these changes. And September, it says just like be a little bit patient, because it's just a stepping stone and September is there. And the changes are going to give you a great stability. You'll finally stabilize. And then once you are in this new beautiful light, because you're stepping into the light, wherever you're leaving behind wasn't so spectacular. I'm sorry to say, but that's what it looks like to me. And you will understand what I'm talking about, because you're stepping into something which is like heaven, something like it's your own, something it's like maybe you're buying your own home, stepping into a place where you can call like a haven, like a sanctuary. This is mine, and I can do whatever I want. That kind of could be your own office. Finally, you're getting a new office. Whatever it is, you are emotionally going to be so ecstatic. There's so much happiness. There's so much to look forward to. So this is all happening in September. Prior to September, there is a bridge, a little bit of a hard bridge where you have to cross. It's a little bit hard saying goodbye to the past, to your childhood, or to the past. It's not going to be easy. I see some of you might be a broken bridge, a broken ring. There could be parting of ways. Some of you are parting of ways from family, from home. Some of you are parting of ways from relationships. So I do see you grieving. You are crying. I'm seeing you saying goodbye and crying. I see that, because there's all these emotions, and there is the water, and like a element of water here, very strong. But you will heal. And 50-50, look, half of you is very tormented that you're leaving the past behind and parting ways with someone or some people, if it's family. But then there's another part of you that's ecstatic. You're over the moon to start a new life, to go where you're going. And where you're going, you are going to be absolutely surrendering to it. You are going to be loving it. You're going to be empowered when you're there, when you get there. September is when all this is taking place. You'll know that what's happening is a bit triggering, like it's a bit difficult. You might be judging a situation, but you're surrendering to it because you're not alone. There is someone with you. You're looking at it from a higher perspective, and and it's clearing your energy, and it's making you closer together with someone. So I feel like you might be starting a new life with someone, a new path, a new home, a new business, something new. And it's all happening in September. Again, I'm showing September. There's a great victory that awaits you, my dear Gemini. So prepare to be ecstatic, to be exhilarated. There is so much victory for you, great victory coming your way. Over this situation, you are given all the strength and all the courage to take on without any hesitation. This is part of your destiny. Don't hesitate. Don't question it. Don't think, am I doing the right thing? Yes, you are. Even if there may be pitfalls on the way, they're just going to be learning, stepping stones for you to learn. And that's what Uranus does. And it's there to teach you how to take a leap of faith and steps, even if there is a little bit of difficulty, but it is going to teach you to live free of fear. It's going to make you so strong because, like I said, this is the first time, and you are given the strength. It's a complete karmic change. You're completely ending a karmic chapter, and you're starting a new life. So be ecstatic, be happy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of healing for you. This stepping stone, this new life, there's a lot of healing. And then you're going to work out that the universe works in mysterious ways. And sometimes, using that, you will judge the situation well, instead of just surrendering to the fears. You won't surrender to the fears. So a lot of healing, but you are letting go. You are letting go of the past. That's, you can't cling on to the past. You've got to let go, and that's what you're doing. Divine timing plays the greatest role in our life. And it's divine timing that's saying this is a time for you to expand now. This is a time for you to move forward, to stand at the beginning of a great journey. Now, this great journey also involves love. So you're not alone. There's love there. You're not doing this alone. There's freedom. There's love. And there is a decision, a big decision to make. And finally, you're making it. And September is, like I said, something big is happening in September that you're able to take this decision and make it. It is about a partnership, and I feel like you are going to make the right decision. There is a little bit of a codependency because it's as though you can't do this on your own. You need that partner there. If it's a business, if you're starting a new business or a new home or a new life or a new adventure or a new travel or a new whatever it may be, the situation is showing me it's being caused by both of you, you and someone else. You're not alone. But you need to look at your own role in this situation, so that you can deal with the change, and so that you can also have plan B in case this goes wrong. What will I do? That's very important. You and this person are both sort of dealing with your inner children. It's like as though there was a lot missing in your life, both of you, and this situation is fulfilling it. You're getting to be yourself. You're getting to live the life you want. You're getting to do what you want, if it's an office or business or partnership, if it's not a marriage or a move-in together. It's like you both need your comfort. You both need to comfort that child within you, what was missing. There was a lot missing. Maybe even some basics were missing, and now you're fulfilling all that. And this doorway shows that there's so much happiness, but you are codependent on each other. You're addicted to each other. And this addiction can sometimes affect your romantic life if it's a romantic situation, if it's a business and your partnership, and there's that codependency. But it's like, don't leave me alone. Love me, do for me, and I'll do for you. But don't, like it's that kind of need, that kind of codependency. But I think you should slow down a little bit and have a little bit of space, even though you are, codependency can cause trouble when it becomes too much and excessive. You've got to sort of stabilize it and use it in moderation, and sometimes leave a little bit of space so that you don't get overwhelmed with each other. Very important. Now, I'm seeing very strong intimacy here, sex, is escalating to high levels here, very high. I also see that there are rules here, rules being implemented. There's a lot of intimacy, a lot of sensuality, and there's commitment. Commitment to doing what is right. Commitment to, taking on responsibilities together with someone. I also see a lot of your dreams are getting manifested, miracles, as though there's miracles, but they look like more wishes and dreams coming true. This diamond here shows that there is a large amount of money is coming to you. You are going to be blessed with some money, some gift of money. I feel fulfillment and wishes, without a doubt. A lot of your wishes, a lot of your dreams are fulfilled. But yes, I do see a new home, a new change, a new attitude. And I see you cleaning a new place. And there's so much happiness. There's so much celebration. There's glasses, champagne glasses lifted in the air. Celebration, that's what that is. Celebration, I'm seeing Cupid, and I'm seeing also a fish here. The fish is all about luck. The fish could be Pisces, connected to Pisces. The fish can also be about extreme luck, that someone or a heavenly body or the universe is giving you a gift. They're offering you something that you can't say no to, and you're taking it. And you're thriving when you're taking it, because it's bringing you a lot of happiness. There's a lot of happiness. There's a lot of rejoicing here and a lot of celebrations. But you need to be very, there are two things that you just need to be careful of. One of it, which when you communicate, you got to communicate very clearly and gently. You might be so excited that you might be talking so raw and so direct. You just need to be a little bit more, clear, more clear, and a little bit more gentle. That's number one. Number two, I'm seeing here the ego. You've got to be very careful when it comes to ego and pride. Don't let those two stand in your way too much. And in order to control ego, it isn't easy. In order to control ego, so that it doesn't give power to the pride and sabotages some things, the best way I do, I don't want to say what I wanted to say, but sometimes if I want to destroy my ego, I just go into deep meditation. I know a lot of people can't do meditation and they don't have time for it, and I understand, but if you ever do become desperate and you want to shut down the ego, at least to the level where you can control it, that doesn't start affecting your life. It's very deep, I know, but I've got to say it because it's here. And I've got no choice but to say it. You need to either ask for help if you're not able to meditate, or just go into silence. And when you go into silence and meditation without music, you are going to be getting some information as to how to not to, because sometimes when human beings are given all their wishes and their dreams and everything becomes excessively amazing and they're exhilarated, they become tough and rough, and like I said, ego thrives, and then pride comes into play, and then they can ruin their situations, the people that they're dealing with, according to the way they speak. So you've got to be very gentle in the way you speak, very clear, expressing what you mean. And when the person in front of you doesn't understand, don't be upset with them. Don't be angry and lash out. Try to be gentle and try to put yourself in their position. Maybe they're a bit slow. Maybe they don't get exactly what you mean. That's why speaking clearly, expressing what you mean in a gentle way, in a compassionate way, you need that. And it's very hard when you are this high, at this height. So ask for help if you need help. Help is there. There is a need to ask for help. Maybe at the beginning you might be having some difficulty financially, because I see small amounts of money are coming to you, but there's also valuable information coming, and this information is very important. You might not be accepting it because you're so happy. This valuable information might be about being honest with yourself and setting some sort of budget assessment as to how to spend, how to do things, especially if it's a home, you're just starting a new life, or if it's a business, you just started a new business. Like, this is so important. Like, this information is going to be so valuable. Don't think that you don't need it, or it's not important. I don't want to hear this now. I'm happy. I don't want to hear this. Like, it's so important, because you need to know how to budget, how to assess all your resources, and how to plan You've got to have a plan in order to run a life effectively, economically. So that's very important. I just feel like that is really, especially when there's a fresh start. There may be complications along the line if you're not realistic about this, if you're not practical, if you're not really sitting down and assessing everything and being honest with yourself and planning some sort of a system or a budget, how to spend, how to minimize, how to calculate everything. And that is going to help you in your building up a great life and taking your life to the next level. And putting, when you put a system, you actually can create a lot of happiness and a lot of harmony and a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? You're creating something else. It's like as though you're blending situations and ideas, and then it's almost like alchemy. You know, if I've lived a certain way and now my life changes dramatically to a new way, I've got to sit and make a plan. And the plan you make, and especially if you're doing it with someone, it's just magnificent. You take their idea, you take your idea, you put it together, you implement it, even though it might be a little bit hard if you're used to doing splurging and spending and exaggerating when you were living alone, and now you're sharing a new life with someone where you're sharing your money, your resources, your bills. Everything is new, everything is excessive. So you've just got to know how to minimize and how to make a plan. If you don't have a plan, everything falls into place and you start arguing and fighting. So it's so important for you to really listen and really change your way of living and know that now you've got priorities. Now you've got a lot of bills. Now you've got two people. Maybe you were living alone and then you merged with someone, or you started a new business and you've put your money together. All the money that you put together, now you hardly have any resources. So that the business, until it makes money, you need to step carefully and not buy too much into it. Buy slowly and make the money, and be patient with it. So there is a lot of that. There's a lot of assessment needed. And ultimately, breaking things down and making some sort of a plan is going to help you big time, because I just feel like your resourcefulness is very important and moderation is very important. So you got to be open to that. Moderation is important. So you got to have balance. You got to take the good and the bad. You got to take weigh all the cons and pros and really organize a plan. Once you have a plan and a budget, then you have no issues. And then you're implementing it, following it. That's what makes it work. There is going to be a grand change in your life. This is big. This change is so massive. You've never lived like this before. So it's all new. And when something's new, we panic because we don't know. But once you set a system, then order avoids chaos. Chaos makes everything collapse, and it causes arguments and problems and disagreements, and then you start becoming in conflict. You don't want that. You've got to have a plan, even if you don't believe in planning. So that's very important. Your hard working is going to be very supportive, but paying attention to details is important also. Paying attention to not making errors that can sabotage your hard work. Your accuracy in planning is so important. Hard work is there. It's giving you the success you want. But applying yourself in a system is going to help you on a grand scale. At the same time, you've got to pay attention to details if you're signing papers and documents in a new business or a new home. Just make sure everything is okay. I feel like there's a lot of creativity now surrounding you. You're in that process where you want to create and create this beautiful atmosphere if it's a new place, a new home, or a new business. And it's so much creative energy is surrounding you. You are just so happy, and I see a lot of success. A lot of success. Make the best of it. Enjoy every bit of it, but also have a plan. Whenever you have a plan, things go really well. And I have faith that you are very capable, because Gemini is known for their wittiness, their intellect, their power of calculations, their power of their mind, and the ability to be versatile and to create so much. And and you're also known for your economy. Like, you are very economical, unless there is a sign in you that is very very generous, and you're used to a lot of generosity. I just feel like now, this new chapter, it's going to be magnificent, don't get me wrong, it's incredible, but you just need to be a little bit enlightened, to the point where you're open to criticism, you're open to economy, you're open to negotiate, and finally create a plan that is going to be fit to run a healthy life, especially, or a healthy business if you have a partner and you're starting something new. I just feel like that's very important, because this is the beginning of something really wonderful, and you're going to be loving it, and you don't want it to be ever sabotaged or destroyed because of chaos or because of lack of planning. And that's what you've got to see through things and not close your eyes to mistakes and problems. You've got to be aware, you've got to be observant. These are the constellations in which you can repair if there's any problems. You know, you'll be prepared, you'll have backup plans, plan B. If this happens, that's what we'll do. So yeah, a lot of that, and exploring the unknown on its own is going to be fun. There's a certain freedom that's giving you, there's a certain healing that's giving you this new chapter of your life. And I see the letter A here very strong for Antarctica, very strong. I also see the letter G and J very strong. I also see number 16 here very strong, and number 16 could be a date. It is connected to the Chinese year of the horse, which is freedom. It is connected to a new beginning, and it is connected to love and healing. So, and the Chinese year of the snake, the year today, this year, something big happening this year, and in September. September is the biggest situation here. Be careful of someone maybe a little bit greedy, or you might be considering them greedy because they don't want to spend money and they're becoming tight with money. They are seeing the bigger picture. Maybe you're too ecstatic and you're not seeing the bigger picture. There is a need to be a little bit economic. So I'm seeing somebody a little bit, being accused of being greedy. Or maybe they are, because I see the pig here also, Chinese year of the pig, which also represents greed, where they want to save instead of spending, and that could cause problems, especially when you start a new business. Some people, when they start a new business, it's like they want to buy everything and have it all, and not to be like, oh, I don't have this, or we don't have that. And there's someone else who thinks, no, we don't have to have everything. We'll make do with what we have and slowly make the money to be able to buy. There's all those different thoughts and concepts. So if it's a household, a new marriage, or a new business, maybe two different people in their way of thinking are different. You just got to change and then slowly mold into planning a budget that you both agree on, and moving that forward. There is that aha moment. So I see clarity, and I do see discovering and having breakthroughs. That's going to reveal a lot. And then these revelations are going to give you a lot of, what's the word? Breakthroughs. Yes, so finally you will know what to do. Intellect is there, my dear Gemini. You and the person you're dealing with you're both very intellectual people that you're doing this. Whatever it is that you're planning, it's magnificent. There's a lot of practicality. You're both very practical. And there's a lot of happiness here. There's a lot of transcending. You're both transcending to high levels. You're living a life of your dream. You both dreamt probably of this life, and you're loving it, this dream. You're celebrating. I see celebrations all over the place. It's time for contentment and happiness now. I know I shouldn't have said all that, what I said, but I had no choice. I had to talk about this area. It's all white and great and light and celebrations and happiness. But the fact still remains, the heavens and the universe will always let you know the negative too. So, because the negative can destroy and take away the slide. So you've got to be aware of it. And that's why we do all these readings. The reason I do all these readings is to help you prevent pitfalls by knowing. Knowing is power. You implement what has been shown to you prior to you going through losses and problems. So that's very important. It's going to be a time to celebrate. You're exhilarating. You're over the moon. You're very, very excited. There's a lot of contentment, a lot of happiness. You're enjoying good fortune. You're enjoying really feeling lucky. feeling happy, lucky that you reached to this level. It's as though your dreams and plans are finally all fulfilled. What you always wanted, you're getting. It's as though, not as though, this is how you are going to be feeling. That all your careful planning, and you're planning a lot before the actual result. All the planning is going to give you a glorious success. You are going to be so happy. And there's going to be a lot of recognition for all that you are doing. You are going to be recognized. A great victory for you, a triumph, a success, and positive self-esteem. Your self-esteem is rising big time. You're feeling so empowered, and that's another reason I said you got to be careful of ego and pride, because when the self-esteem rises to high levels, sometimes when we're ecstatic and everything is great, it's like we don't want to hear anything negative. I don't want to hear it. No. And then you've got to be very gentle in not wanting to hear things. You've just got to be very gentle and not be too outspoken. You've got to be expressing gently and speaking clearly without upsetting anyone. So that's very important. And the triumph and the happiness and you bursting with pride because you're creating something magnificent that everybody's going to love and everybody's going to be commending you and clapping and yes, applause for a great creation, whatever it is that you're doing, this massive financial rewards, hard work is going to be paid off. You are bursting with pride and because of all these victories. So don't get me wrong, I'm not belittling what's happening. On the contrary, I think it's magnificent. I think it's exhilarating. I think it's massive what's happening, changing your life completely. It's like you're exploring a new way of life, and there's so much love and happiness and celebrations and contentment. And when I say contentment, I'm talking happiness and joy beyond your expectations, something you've never felt before. And guess what? Good luck. There's a great horseshoe. Good luck is on your side. So the heavens are with you. They're going to protect you and they're going to give you all that you want, all that you need. And there's relief. There is relief. There is even financial relief coming your way. I also see a lot of loving care. You're putting a lot of loving care. You're getting a lot of loving care. You're giving out loving care, and you're putting a lot of loving care in what you're doing. And that is incredible, because when you put a lot of loving care in what you do, that's when you reach to the highest level of what can I say? Reference. To the highest level where everything becomes so aligned with your higher self, because the higher self doesn't accept anything lower than excellence. And I see that for you. There is a lot of support. You are getting supported. There's a lot of growth. There's security also. And your job is giving you security too. If you were not secure in your job, there's security. I see ultimately, to be quite honest with you, my dear Gemini, a lot of blessings and a lot of miracles pouring into your life. So you are so supported. Not only you're putting all the effort, with someone with you, putting the effort, but the heavens are supporting you. The universe is supporting you. So a lot of miracles and blessings pouring into all your efforts. You are going to be rewarded that way too, not only with life and what you're creating, but the heavens or the universe, whatever you believe in, is supporting you, and you will see that. This is another important factor. The heavens are on your side. Everything is going to be like a gift. It's as though you're getting a gift from the heavens. It's as though you're manifesting everything you wanted. It's like all your dreams are getting fulfilled. You're manifesting them all. Now, ultimately, at the end of this coffee cup, I'm seeing that for some of you, you're getting to know this person on a higher level. I see at the head of a horse. Some of you might be dealing with a horse. Horse here, very strong. I also feel like you're getting to know this person more and more. You're becoming more stable. Stability. I do see an earth energy here, very strong. Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. I don't know which one, but it's an earth energy. And the more you're getting to know this person, the more you're getting closer. The more you're thinking this is your soulmate. You're doing together, you're healing together, you're working well together. This person wants to shower you with their love. There's a sense of freedom there. Again, the horse and freedom, it keeps showing. This could be a spiritual love. Sometimes you might think this person is not listening to you, but they do. They do listen. They listen to everything you say, and they keep going over and over in their mind with what you say. Those words stay in their mind. There's going to be a lot of passion between you and someone. If you're single, you are meeting someone of earth energy. someone wonderful, you are going to be singing with joy. This person has so much desire for you that you are going to be in awe. And the way they express their love is through gifts. They buy you a gift. That's how they express their love. Now you might turn around and say, I am that kind of person who expresses their love with gifts. Possibly, if you have especially, if you're a Gemini Virgo, you might have Virgo in you. But there's a lot of appreciation, put it that way. Gifts and appreciation, they're very strong. And I also see like expressing your love. The more you express your love, the more you receive love. And that is wonderful. Now I'm going to stop for a moment and be right back. My dear Gemini, as I was saying, now that I've reached to the end, I will start talking about who are the people, the star signs that you are dealing with in August, and those who you're saying goodbye to or leaving behind, perhaps those who are that you're starting a new life, a new business with, or even those that you deal with on a daily basis that might be best friends or family or siblings. Here we go. Let's start with what I see here. What I'm seeing is water energy, very strong water energy, and the water energy that I'm seeing seem to be a lot of fish. Yes, Pisces. Pisces the strongest. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, six sets of fish. Oh my God. So much Pisces. I remember we had the fish before, but this is like showing a lot of water energy, a lot of Pisces here, very strong. I'm also seeing Scorpio here. For some of you, it'll be Scorpio. There's 3 Scorpio and there's only 1 Cancer. Scorpio might be another person that you might be very much dealing with, or you might be also, the water energy can be someone that you might be saying goodbye to. So it could be the place where you were leaving, sadly grieving the loss of, could be you might be leaving some sort of water energy behind. It could be Scorpio or Cancer. Oh, it can be leaving Pisces. I don't think it's leaving Pisces behind, because Pisces is the strongest. Like there's so many of them. I feel like this is the one that you might be dealing with someone that has strong Pisces, and you're initiating something with this person. Now, remember I said there's earth energy that you're getting to know. For those of you who haven't met someone, they could have Pisces in them. But this earth energy, the strongest I see here is Capricorn. Very strong Capricorn. There's 3 sets of Capricorn. There's also Virgo, 2 Virgo, and there is Taurus, 2 Taurus. Taurus with Libra. So that would be very good, because Libra goes well with you. They're both air, and Taurus is earth, which gives you ground. But Capricorn is the leading one here. So many of you are going to be dealing with someone that might be water and earth, which will make it amazing. You can't do well with water unless there is earth to give you the grounding that you need. So that's really wonderful. I also see fire energy here very strong. In fact, there's double fire. Fire and double twice. So that means the person that you're dealing with has got a lot of fire energy. Starting with, let's see, what have I got here? Very interesting. Starting with Leo. Leo leading the way. Leo very strong. There's Aries and 1 Sagittarius and 1 Aries. So the strongest one here seemed to be Leo. Wow. As for air energy, you might be dealing with someone that's got very much Aquarius in them. There's 4 Aquarius. 1, 2, 4. 4 Aquarius, very strong. So this person might have Aquarius in them. And then there is Gemini, 1 Gemini, and 3 Libras. Wow, Libra with Taurus. How amazing. Remember I saw before Taurus with Libra? Now I see 3 Libra with, in the middle, there's Taurus. So it shows to me that there is a Taurus Libra. If you haven't met anyone, you don't have anyone in your life, this is the person that's coming as a soulmate that I said. The more you're getting to know each other, the more you're connecting. It was an earth energy. So Taurus is an earth energy, Libra is air energy, and you are air energy. So you will go well together. The air will blend well, and then you've got the ground, because you need ground. You can't do well with just air or just fire. You need, or even water. You don't do well with water. But earth, you need more than anything to thrive and to work well and to succeed in whatever you do, whether it's love or business, marriage or whatever. Earth. And that's what's coming in your life, earth. And it looks like, to me, it could be either Capricorn, it could be a Virgo, but it can be also Taurus with Libra, because there's 3 of them. And the Libra is 3 also. There were 2 of them, Taurus with Libra, and then there was 3 Libra with Taurus. So don't forget, they're both governed by Venus. That's why they're uniting. Now, the next thing that I'm seeing here, there's 4 horses. Chinese year of the horse here, very strong. The horse is also about growth, spiritual growth, and it is about freedom, absolute freedom. You're being free from something that was horrific. Freedom, freedom, freedom to the highest level. Some of you could be traveling, and now I'm seeing the Chinese year of the pig. There's also 4 pigs here, a large amount of horses and pigs. Chinese year of the pig could be the person that you might be dealing with. It could be also someone to do with family. It could be someone that might be brought up in a way that's economical, because the pig is connected to greed, so they might be very economical that I was talking about. But it could be a person, just literally someone that's entering your life, or might be already there, who's a best friend that might be teaching you about economy and how to save up and how not to do this and how not to splurge, or it could be something like that. But Chinese year of the pig, they're very strong. Then another strong one is Chinese year of the monkey, Chinese year of the monkey. And then there's another one that's very, very strong, Chinese year of the rooster. And the rooster and the monkey, they always meet up together in this lifetime. Then there's another strong one, Chinese year of the snake. And then these are the highest level. Second ranking, which is 3, those were all 4 each. That means the majority of Gemini are going to be dealing with those signs like the most. But then comes the second ranking, which is 3, Chinese year of the rat, Chinese year of the dog, Chinese year of the goat, the tiger, and the ox. Intriguing. Okay, now that we've done the Chinese years, I'm going to start this situation here, delivering to you all the messages that have come in meditation. Okay, it says politics. Okay, some Geminis are in politics. Politics and diplomacy needed. Politics and diplomacy needed. That means, this is very interesting. Okay, some of you may need a lot of diplomacy is needed when you're talking, and maybe you're working in politics. Politics can also mean diplomacy in another way. You've got to use politics, how to combat a situation, or how to sort of get your point across somewhere. So using diplomacy means, expressing yourself in a very gentle manner so that the opposition can accept your proposals, whatever they may be. So being diplomatic and being political in your way of speaking. Political can also be expressing yourself clearly with gentility and compassion. This is all needed, and I saw that before in the cup, and now it's here again. So this is needed in your way of expressing. There is going to be a surprise, and it's connected to Pisces. Look at that, a surprise and Pisces. There were, how many? 4, 5, 6 fish here. Not Chinese. The Pisces was very strong here at the beginning. The first one started, the water energy. Yes, a surprise and Pisces. Okay, maybe a surprise is coming from a Pisces. Okay, maybe a Pisces is going to surprise you. There's going to be big gain for you. Big gain in November. Big gain in November. It can also be coming from someone who's a Scorpio or Sagittarius. There might be Scorpio and Sagittarius. That could also be. But November is given us timing. Leo, someone that's got Leo. Remember I said Leo is very strong, and you might be dealing with someone that might be Earth with Leo, or there might be Pisces with Leo. Leo very strong here. Now Leo can also nominate timing, and Leo's July, August is timing, Leo. Chinese year of the tiger here, very strong. For those of you who are born or dealing with someone that's born Chinese year of the tiger. The beginning, there is the beginning. The end of a chapter I saw from the beginning, and starting a new beginning. The beginning is about to begin. There's birth, renewal, and there's a lot of sexuality. I saw that here. The rabbits were all over each other. A lot of sexuality, a lot of intimacy, and a renewal. Maybe some of you are just getting married. This is the honeymoon we're seeing. Okay, transformations are going to be incredible. A lot of changes that are profound. Let love transform you forever. Let love transform you forever. I love that message that came for you. I've never heard it really this deep. Let love transform you forever. It says your freedom and courage light up. Let me see my glasses, this last word, sorry. Your world. Okay. Your freedom and courage will light up your world. So whatever step you're taking, which I saw the strength and the courage that was needed. There were two lions showing the path. So you were taking a step that was crossing that bridge. There were two lions and showed how much strength and courage. But here it says your freedom on top of your courage is lighting up your world. So when your world lights up and you're in glorious ecstasy of happiness and exhilaration because you're free and you've got a great life that you are controlling and absolutely having all the success and the victories that you're having, what's lighting up your world is your freedom and your courage. Always remember that. Okay, now let's go through all the names and initials of people you're dealing with, letting go of, new meeting or dealing with on a daily basis or on a very regular basis that you're consumed with, or people that are entering your life from August and a little bit over. I was given 3 times 3 letters. They were tripled, which makes the magnitude of their strength for the majority of Gemini. Number 1, 3 times I got the letter G for Greece or for Georgia. I was given 3 times the letter I for I am. 3 times the letter J for Jamaica, Japan. Twice the letter A for Antarctica. We had another A here. That makes it 3 A's. Antarctica, Alaska. Twice the letter C for Canada. Twice the letter K for kilo or koala. Twice the letter E for elephant or eggs. Twice the letter Y for yes. And then everything else came once. W, 1W for winter. It doesn't diminish its value. Still, they're people that you are very much in connection with. W for willow, winter. H for horse. V for victory. B for butterfly, changes. F for France, from. X for X-trail. And sh. X is also sh, like Sean, Sheila. It's also the sh sound. X for X-trail, for extra. And Q for quails and quilt. I was given 2 numbers. Number 8, which is Chinese Year of the Goat, and it's connected to August. So this reading is for August. Maybe something really big happens in August, major. And you know what? 8 stands for transcending to high levels. So in August, something is going to come in your way that's going to be the cause of maybe you moving in September. Remember, September, you're starting that life. Well, August is going to give you all the signs or something that's going to transcend you to high levels. Maybe money is going to come, or maybe a bonus, or something that a loan accepted, or something like that. Anyway, August, big time, transcending to high levels. Chinese Year of the Goat, connected to Leo and Virgo. And from the time you see this all the way to August, transcending to high levels. Chinese Year of the Goat also. Maybe someone who's born Chinese Year of the Goat might help, might support, might be the reason to your elevation. That's another possibility. The next one I've got, number 3, Chinese Year of the Tiger. We had the tiger here. Oh, wow. See, we had the tiger here. And we had tiger at the end, I remember. There was tiger. 2 tigers. Chinese Year of the Tiger. And this is in connection to family, business, commitment. It is also in connection to higher levels of education, your skills. It is about transcending to a better life. 3 can be also timing. From the time you see this cup up to 3 months, there's going to be escalation in your skills and your power and your ability. There's going to be family matters that you'll be dealing with. There's going to be, you might be actually becoming a family. There may be educational matters. There may be a lot of wisdom, a lot of learning. 3 is also connected to people that are born in March, and March itself, marking March itself, and Pisces again. This is the 7th Pisces. Pisces and Aries also. And that is the end of your reading. Wow, that was very long. Please support me. The only support you can do is by seeing the videos all the way to the end and watching 2-3 extra videos a week for me. That is going to be the greatest help. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the reading, if you can relate to it, if it meant anything to you. And I can't wait to hear your feedback. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't and if you enjoyed this, because there'll be more of these coming. while I'm breathing. Thank you all for your support, for being here. My best wishes and regards, sincere blessings to each and every one of you. Namaste.